There are countries in this world where the cost of living is so low, you'd think someone misplaced a decimal point. Places where a clean, safe apartment costs less than a weekend dinner in the US. And more importantly, places where women still hold on to femininity. Warmth, family values, and tradition, the very qualities many Western men feel have completely disappeared from modern dating. Because you know this better than anyone. Dating in the US. The UK or Canada has become more like a job interview than a relationship. Everything is expensive. Everything is stressful. You have to compete, impress, prove yourself, keep spending, stay up to standard. Yet you rarely feel any true emotional connection. No admiration, no gentleness, no genuine appreciation. And at some point you start asking yourself, is this really the life men our age are supposed to accept? And that's why today we're talking about 5 countries where life is cheaper, calmer, and where women still believe kindness and loyalty are the foundation of a happy home. Places where mature men like you, don't have to ask for respect. They simply receive it. Stay with me until the end. Because country number 1 is a place where countless American men have moved, rebuilt their lives, and never looked back. 5. Bolivia. Nestled in the heart of South America. Bolivia is one of those countries that quietly surprises anyone who spends time there. It's a place where ancient cultures are still alive, where daily life feels grounded, and where the landscapes are so striking they almost redefine what the word beautiful means. From the legendary Lake Titicaca to the otherworldly Uyuni salt flats, Bolivia offers a natural backdrop that feels timeless and untouched. But beyond the scenery, the reality that draws many foreigners is the cost of living. Life here runs between $380 and $500 a month, depending on your lifestyle. A clean, comfortable apartment can be found for $180, $250, and fresh food from vegetables to meat to traditional Andean staples stays incredibly affordable. Daily expenses remain low, making it one of the most budget-friendly countries in all of Latin America. What truly stands out, though, is the culture of the women. Bolivian women are known throughout the region for their work ethic, loyalty, and strong family values. In many areas, especially in Andean communities, traditions go back hundreds of years. These women grow up learning the importance of caring for family, respecting elders, and building stable relationships rather than chasing fast modern dating trends. Their appearance reflects their heritage. Warm bronze skin, long dark hair, and striking eyes that proudly carry the strength and beauty of indigenous Andean roots. They don't rely on heavy makeup or manufactured glamour. Their beauty feels natural, soft, and authentic. And one cultural trait stands out consistently: they hold deep respect for older men, especially those who behave with dignity and clarity. A major social shift has also shaped modern relationships in Bolivia. Many young local men leave the country to work in Chile or Argentina. This creates communities where a large number of women are single, independent, and responsible, running homes, supporting family, and handling life on their own. It also creates a dynamic where they genuinely appreciate men who are stable, loyal, and ready for a serious commitment. This is why many Bolivian women are especially open to foreign men. Not because of money or fantasies, but because they want a dependable partner. Someone calm, someone respectful, someone who values family as much as they do. For a mature man from the US, the UK, or Canada, this kind of honesty and emotional openness can feel refreshing in a world where modern dating often feels disconnected or transactional. Have you ever seen Bolivian women during traditional festivals? The beauty and elegance are unforgettable. 4. Laos. Laos is one of the most peaceful countries in Southeast Asia, and what surprises many travelers is that people often visit the region, but skip Laos entirely. There's no chaos here, no noise, no overcrowded tourism. Life moves at a slow, gentle pace, a rhythm many Western men haven't felt in years. Locals often call Laos the kindest country in Asia, not because it's wealthy or modern, but because of the character of its people, especially its women. The cost of living is just as gentle as the lifestyle. With $320, $450 per month, a man can live comfortably. A clean, comfortable room costs $150, $250, and delicious local meals are only 1.5 riyals. And for coffee lovers, Laos is home to one of the richest, most aromatic coffee varieties in the world, grown in the fertile soils of the Bolaven Plateau. But what truly sets Laos apart for Western men is the culture of Lao women. Lao women value family loyalty and emotional softness. They grow up in a culture that prizes harmony over conflict, calm communication over arguments, and warmth over dominance. Dating in Laos is not rushed. It's not competitive. It's based on small gestures of care, a form of slow love that many Western men feel has completely disappeared back home. In terms of appearance, Lao women often have petite figures, gentle facial features, and deep black eyes that naturally create a sense of comfort. But their most attractive qualities come through in how they speak softly, thoughtfully, and always with a calm tone. They're not interested in fighting. They don't raise their voice. They don't turn relationships into emotional battlegrounds. In Lao culture, mutual respect comes before winning an argument. One thing stands out clearly: the divorce rate in Laos is very low. Commitment and loyalty are core values, and this reflects in the way Lao women view men. They especially respect older men, those who appear calm, mature, responsible, and steady. For them, maturity matters far more than youth or looks. This is why Lao women are often open to older foreign men. They see them as men with stability, gratitude for family, and emotional maturity. And for many Western men aged 45 to 65, this feminine gentleness feels like rediscovering a time when relationships were still simple, sincere, and rooted in mutual respect. If you've ever visited Luang Prabang or Vientiane, drop a comment. These cities have convinced many men to consider starting a new life here. 3. Mongolia. Mongolia is one of the few places left on Earth where the spirit of absolute freedom is still alive. A vast open land where endless grasslands stretch to the horizon, where the nomadic lifestyle continues, and where people learn to live with strength, discipline, and quiet resilience. Many outsiders think only of Gur-Tent's horses and the Gobi Desert when Mongolia is mentioned, but the reality is different. Ulaanbaatar is far more modern than most expect, filled with cafes, malls, and rapidly developing residential districts. The cost of living here is surprisingly affordable for those seeking space, quiet, and simplicity. Monthly expenses typically range from $450, $600, and a clean, comfortable apartment in Ulaanbaatar often costs only $220, $300. Food transportation and daily essentials remain inexpensive. But what truly makes Mongolia stand out is not the price, it's the people, especially Mongolian women. The cultural traits of Mongolian women are shaped by centuries of nomadic life. They grow up learning self-reliance, mastering household responsibilities, cooking well, and caring deeply for parents and family members. In nomadic culture, family is everything, and every role carries meaning. Women here are strong because life requires it, yet beneath that strength is a gentle, loyal, deeply family-oriented nature. Their appearance reflects a blend of Asian and Turkic heritage, fair skin, harmonious facial features, and firm athletic physiques, shaped by cold weather and an active lifestyle. There's a balance of softness and strength in their look, but personality is where they truly shine. Mongolian women are direct, they speak honestly without games, but they're far from cold. Their warmth is subtle, deep, and sincere, expressed more through action than through dramatic emotion. It's also well known that many Mongolian women are open to foreign men, especially older ones. They value maturity, stability, and responsibility, qualities that stand out clearly in Western men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. At the same time, one major social issue in Mongolia is the heavy drinking culture among many local men, which makes relationships difficult. Many Mongolian women openly say they want a different kind of man, calmer, more attentive, less chaotic, and someone who can build a future with intention. For Western men, the honesty, strength, and steady warmth of Mongolian women feel entirely different from the dating environment back home. There's no competition, no proving yourself, no emotional combat. Just two people talking, respecting each other, and forming a bond that feels real. Have you ever experienced a Mongolian winter? Don't try it alone. The cold here can teach you humility overnight. 2. Cape Verde. Cape Verde is a small island nation off the coast of West Africa, not far from Portugal. Yet it carries a completely unique energy, part African, part Caribbean, and entirely laid back. People often say Cape Verde feels like the Caribbean, but 60–70% cheaper, and that description fits perfectly. Life here moves with music, sunshine, ocean breezes, and a softness that very few countries in the world still maintain. The cost of living surprises many foreigners. A man can live comfortably on $400, $550 a month, and a clean, beautiful apartment near the beach ranges from $250 to $350. Warm weather, clear blue waters, fresh seafood, and low expenses make many expats call this place the easiest tropical paradise to live in. But what sets Cape Verde apart for mature Western men is not just the price, it's the culture and character of Cape Verdean women. Women here are outgoing, joyful, and incredibly easy to connect with. Growing up in a multilingual, multicultural society, they speak Portuguese and Creole, and they're naturally warm toward foreigners. They love conversation, music, and social energy. Yet behind that vibrancy is a genuine, steady warmth that shows up in relationships. Their appearance is striking: caramel skin, beautiful, natural curls, bright, captivating smiles, and fit, athletic figures shaped by coastal living. Their beauty blends African roots with Portuguese influence, creating a look that is both strong and soft at the same time. There's also a social dynamic here that makes Cape Verde uniquely compatible with older Western men. A large percentage of local men migrate abroad for work. This leaves many Cape Verdean women single, independent, and family-oriented, but without many suitable partners locally. As a result, they are often open to men from abroad, especially those who bring stability and seriousness. Most importantly, they value maturity and emotional steadiness, qualities that men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s naturally possess. They're not looking for games, competition, or drama. They're looking for kindness, respect, and a real connection. For many Western men who feel exhausted by the dating culture back home, the lack of respect, the pressure, the transactional feel, the sincerity of Cape Verdean women can feel refreshing, almost like stepping out of a storm and into a warm, sunlit shore. If you want the Caribbean vibe at half the cost, Cape Verde is the place. 1. Bulgaria. Bulgaria is one of the rare countries in Europe that offers an almost perfect combination of extremely low living costs, safety, and women with classic Eastern European beauty. And the most surprising part, Bulgaria is a member of the European Union, yet it remains the cheapest country in the entire EU. This alone makes it an ideal destination for mature men who want a peaceful, easy, stress-free lifestyle without racing against bills every month. With $430 or $600 a month, a man can live comfortably here. A clean, modern apartment in cities like Plovdiv or Varna costs only $200, $300, and fresh food, coffee, and public transportation are all far cheaper than in Western Europe or the US. Many expats joke that Bulgaria gives you European quality at 1998 prices. But the real reason Bulgaria ranks number one is not just affordability, it's the women of Bulgaria. Bulgarian women are known for their classic Eastern European looks: fair skin, dark or blonde hair, balanced figures, and bright, expressive eyes. Yet their true appeal goes deeper than appearance. They are well-educated, well-spoken, intelligent, and grounded in strong family values. Their personalities tend to be calm, loyal, and remarkably low drama. They don't treat relationships as competitions or emotional battlegrounds. They value seriousness, stability, and kindness, qualities that men aged 45 to 65 naturally embody. Another factor that makes Bulgarian women open to Western men is the social landscape. In some regions, local men struggle with unemployment or heavy drinking, which often leads to disappointment in relationships. Many Bulgarian women want a different kind of partner, someone mature, responsible, and future-oriented. And the good news is that a large number of Bulgarian women speak English well, especially in urban areas, which makes connections smooth and easy. From a psychological perspective, Bulgarian women tend to choose stability over excitement. They value older men because of their maturity, steadiness, and emotional intelligence, qualities they rarely find in younger men. They're not looking for chaos or unpredictability. They're looking for a sincere man who keeps his word and knows how to care. This combination of low-cost safety, easy living, and beautiful, mature, low-drama women is why Bulgaria has quietly become a top choice for men from the US, UK, and Canada who want to rebuild a calmer, more fulfilling life. If you want European beauty and affordable living in the same place, Bulgaria is your number one choice. At 45 to 65, you're no longer looking for competition games or emotional battles disguised as relationships. You're not interested in proving yourself. You're not racing anyone. You're not seeking validation from people who don't value what you bring. What you want now is peace, respect, and a woman who truly knows how to love someone, who appreciates a mature man, someone who understands kindness, loyalty, and stability. A lot of men think these things don't exist anymore in today's dating culture, but the truth is, they still do. They just aren't easy to find in the places you've been looking, and sometimes all it takes is changing your country to rediscover what you thought was gone forever: the warmth, the gentleness, the real emotional connection, and the feeling of being loved in a simple, honest, old-fashioned way. If you've made it this far, I'd love to hear from you. Comment the country you want me to break down in the next video. And don't forget, like and subscribe to Discover Globe Places. Top 10, where we take you on journeys not just to see, but to feel, to understand, and to find yourself again.